The WWE is pushing toward Wrestlepalooza, and they have the star power rolling. The rest of it has kind of fallen off a little bit, but some positive sides on that too. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Yeah, that's right. For the people who were here for football, the Lucha Mask and the AAA Championship and the Sumo, I guess. We don't talk a lot Sumo here, but that not just for decoration. We talk some wrestling around these parts as well. Monday Night Raw, the go-home show for Wrestlepalooza, went down in Springfield, Massachusetts. Not a high-level place by any stretch of the imagination, but a place near and dear to the heart of John Cena, who comes out and cuts his promo getting ready for Saturday against Brock Lesnar. And I have said, I hate that this Brock Lesnar thing is a thing from a moral standpoint when you see him in the how many times he comes up in the case against Vince McMahon and everything there. It feels gross. And then just from a wrestling standpoint, I have loved the matches that Cena has been in since getting back on the good guy side as a babyface around SummerSlam. I'm not excited about a Brock Lesnar match. That being said, this was a hell of a promo from John Cena. This was everything that John Cena is excellent in, where he is somehow this absolutely just freak athlete who is jacked to the nines and looks chiseled out of stone and is the record holder for most championships in WWE history and still can be the underdog and cutting the never give up promo and everything like that. It was peak John Cena in the best ways and gets you kind of excited for what's coming up at Wrestlepalooza, even if I'm not actually excited for it. Yeah, John Cena. Oh, it is against Brock. But still, John Cena. Woo! And all of that. But he was excellent. And again, you had we're not going to re-legislate this every week, but he had one of the great moments in wrestling history with the heel turn at Elimination Chamber. And because it was done so poorly after that, seeing promos like this, it's like, man, we did the heel turn. It was new. It was different. It was an amazing moment, but it kind of sucked after. And it feels like we missed out on half a year of great stuff like that from John Cena. Another fantastic part was AJ, Punk, Becky, and Seth. I thought they were great again. And I've said before, if we can stretch this feud to Mania, I'll do it because these four are so entertaining together. And look, I find Seth Rollins to be a lot. I don't think his promo style is very good. And I find him sometimes to be a touch on the overrated side. And so I will credit WWE. I will credit him. He has, as understated as the world champion who dresses like that can be, he has been understated in this feud. It has been a lot of Becky against Punk and AJ. And I think that has made the toning down of Seth Rollins has actually made Seth a little bit better and a little bit more impactful when he is actually saying things and when he is actually coming out. And I thought just the back and forth of like, you guys came out to your own music. We came out to our, we just came out to her music. I'm wearing her shirt. I'm not me. I'm AJ's husband. All those different things. I thought they played that well. And then kind of the Becky, like, okay, it's cool. You came back and, oh, we didn't see it coming and you're this, that, and the other thing. You haven't done this in a while. And I'm one of the best in the world, if not the best ever at it. So how you going to do on Saturday? And it kind of felt like when that promo was going, the rest of the crowd was kind of, they had the crowd eating out of the palm of their hand. And the rest of the crowd came to the realization of like, oh shit, like this is actually a match on Saturday. And this is like, we could actually see Punk and AJ lose. Like it's just been this great return and we've been so happy, but you are still going up against two very high-level performers, and in a kayfabe sense, like, yeah, they could lose. And then from a storytelling standpoint, are they going to beat two of their champions on one of the biggest shows they do in their debut on ESPN? So it was kind of the realization at this point, like, oh, right, there's another side to this. So I thought that promo just planted enough seeds of doubt in how this could go that it was so effective. And then that they're on different pages and everything. And then, it was a diversion and came in and manhandle slammed her after, just perfect on all accounts. I thought it was great. And then I like that we got some advancement in some storylines. We've said before on a few of these, it's a little stale. It's like, okay, we get it. Bailey is going insane. And we get it. El Grande Americano he's not actually a luchador from 50 years ago. He's actually Ludwig Kaiser. And oh, he's got a thing in his mask, and oh, look at that. But I do think that, well, it was again an interference finish. I do believe that having the other Grandes Americanos around, I do think that that helps out in kind of furthering this along a little bit, and having them be like a bigger part of the match, I think made a whole lot of sense and kind of progressed it a little bit. So we're getting at least a little bit of progression in that. And then in the Lyra Bailey one, Bailey comes out, crowd goes nuts, she does the hugger thing, and then it's the idiot thing in the back. It's not just the vignettes. We are now bringing it into the live action stuff. I thought it was excellent. I thought they did a really good job with that. And again, some progression in that story this week. I thought Stephanie Vaquera against Kairi Sane, I thought they set it up perfectly with Asuka saying you're going to wrestle her. And I thought the match was fun. This Asuka Io feud is looking great. It's obviously going to culminate with something in the title match on Saturday, but this has been wildly entertaining, and I am so here for a bit of a branch off from that feud for those two going forward. So I like this a lot. The one thing, talking about advancement, we need some with Penta now. Good match with Kofi, really good match with Kofi. You get the springboard Mexican Destroyer at the end and all of that, but it can't just be, oh, some matches every week, and now there's a beatdown in the back. So it looks like we're getting to that progression, but I think we need to get there quicker. And I think a lot of people are assuming that part of that is going to be Rey Fenix coming in now, as he is without a dance partner with Andrade, asking for and being granted his release. Although I do think Andrade would have fit into the storyline very well as well. But I think getting the Lucha Bros back together is going to help out the tag team division on Raw that is stale again. And it's going to help out Penta, who, like, he has this present. He's never going to actually be stale, but it's feeling very mid right now, and nothing with that human should ever feel mid. But overall, I think this was a very good show. I think they built up everything they needed to for Wrestlepalooza very effectively, and one of the critiques we've had has been around the mid card, and I do like that there was at least some progression with some of those things as well. And that's not even bringing up like the Jimmy and Jay stuff. That's getting fascinating, I think, because I wouldn't have thought with all the yeets and all the merch and everything like that with Jimmy with Jay, that they would have turned him heel. And it kind of feels like that's where they're going. So a lot of intrigue around Monday Night Raw right now, and that wasn't the case even a couple of weeks ago. So a lot of excitement ahead for Wrestlepalooza. Again, if you are watching this as a wrestling fan, we do the live streams, but I understand we've been going for almost 2 hours now and just getting into the wrestling. The rest of the sports talk, not for everyone. So if you just want the wrestling, there is a podcast from Couch Potato Diary called Living Room Lariat. It is where all the wrestling content lives. We still put wrestling up on the podcast, on the main one, Couch Potato. But if you just want the wrestling, it is just going to live on Living Room Lariat and some bonus stuff you don't get on the regular podcast. One more to go on our venture here. Also, hola to Casfell in the Kick Chat. Thank you so much for popping in.